Well, we have been rolling, and you never know what you're going to get in Power Only. And now that it's been a year, figure we'll talk about it. So, I'll tell you all about it coming up on Riding with Kev. What is going on, YouTube? To the new subscribers, welcome in. To the usual suspects, welcome back. It has been a minute, and figure, you know what, if I don't make this video now, I'm not going to make it, and I've been trying to make it. I probably could have made 4 videos over the last 3 weeks. Now, I know it's been 4 weeks, but 1 week I was off for my anniversary, 27 years, somebody put up with me, and then my kids had spring break. But I started thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? It has been over a year since I've had a trailer. You know, I started my authority in June of 2023 after buying my truck in March, leased onto a company, got my own authority. And after a year of probably the hardest year of trucking in my life, trying to figure out paperwork and travel lanes and how to work with brokers and switching from flatbed to reefer, I said, you know what? Let's make this even harder and lose our trailer altogether. But that has been over a year. But I figured rather than try and recap the last 4 weeks going, I went here, I went there, let's just summarize it into one video about my first year with being Power Only. And yeah, it wasn't without its struggles, and it wasn't without its hardness. And I'll just kind of go through some things. Again, these are my opinions. These are things that I've gone through, and I'll just kind of walk you through and try and make some points. Hopefully you get something out of this. So last time I made a video, we were going to Jacksonville, and what the broker failed to mention was that it was going to the port. Now, I never understood why Prime made me get my TWIC card, because reefers don't really go to ports, but they made you get it. You paid for it. I had it. I've had it. It expires in December of this year. 4 years and never needed it. And I went in there to go to the port. There's a TWIC line, and there's the people who got to pay for an escort. And I got into the TWIC line. And you know, other than the full body cavity search, it really wasn't that bad of an experience. I mean, that lady stuck a mirror in my truck, and I had to answer all the questions about no guns, no illegal contraband, none of that stuff. But the first thing I'll tell you, if you're even remotely thinking about going Power Only, is you need to have every certification and endorsement you can. I have got to go get my tanker and go get my hazmat. That's one of the things. I've worked real hard. I'm going to have some time off. We'll get to that in a little while. But, you know, I have got to go, because I missed out on a couple of good loads because they were empty tankers, but they had residue in them. And if they have hazmat residue, then you have to have your hazmat and your tanker to haul them. And we're talking over $3 a mile for an empty trailer, and I couldn't haul them. So you better have all your endorsements. And we left Jacksonville, and I got a load, and the broker said it is an agricultural trailer. Now, I didn't know what that was, so I made him send me a picture of it. I'll throw one up here. I'm actually on my 3rd agricultural trailer right now. And so the point in that is, you better be able and be ready to haul anything. It ain't all 53-foot dry vans. It ain't all dropping hooks. It's not all anything. You have to be the jack of all trades, master of none. Because, for instance, I took a 53-footer down to Florida. I picked up this agricultural trailer that I'm taking over here to Mississippi. Welcome to Nowheresville, Mississippi. I'm dropping it in Mississippi, and I'm running right across the border back into Alabama and picking up a stack of 53-foot flatbeds. So I've got flatbed securement gear on my truck. I've got winch bars in case I need that. I've got thermometers in case you need to temp something. You might be hauling reefer and need reefer fuel. Make sure your fuel card's set up for that. You need to be ready to haul anything, because that's how you can make money in Power Only, is you have to be able to haul anything. So I delivered that agricultural trailer up to North Carolina, which was not that far from Southern Virginia, and y'all know I like Southern Virginia. And so I started trying to get some loads out of my favorite spot. And everybody, all of a sudden, a lot of new brokers started telling me no.
You just got jammed.
And they weren't telling me no because I had a bad safety record. They weren't saying because I didn't have enough authority, which, by the way, we'll get back to that. What authority? It was my insurance. Now, it wasn't that I don't have enough. I actually have, you have to have what's called trailer interchange when you're Power Only. Write that down. And I carry 75,000, and most places only require 30 to 40. Sometimes I've seen 50 or 60. So I carry more. But when I first signed up for my authority, I wanted a good, reputable insurance company. I didn't know a lot about trucking insurance, so I went with Progressive. They were not that much more expensive than everybody else. It wasn't a price thing, and the app is easy and all that. But brokers have started telling me no, because I guess they have some sort of record, and they are just not going to work with you with Progressive Insurance. I didn't know that. So I have, I think, 4 brokers that are waiting to do business with me that I can't do business with them because I have Progressive. Now, luckily, it's been, like I said, it's been a year since Power Only, but my insurance renews in June. So I got to make it through April and May where I don't have an insurance payment. That'll help make in some revenue. But in June, we will absolutely be switching insurance companies. So anyway, I found a company that would work with me, another new company. I went and hooked the trailer. And well, I have to trust my GPS because I don't like going down highway this, highway that. I like to do interstates. I like to do easy. So I fought the interstate on a load that was 300 miles for $800, empty trailer, super simple, right? But I decided I'll do the highway and go through West Virginia because it might be a little windy. Well, no, there was unexpected snowstorms, and I drove through snow, wind, in the mountains when I could have taken the highway and gone around it. So you got to be smart. But what that leads to is I've also tried not to make bad business decisions. And Power Only, because y'all know I like to run far, I don't see a ton of long Power Only runs the way I like to run. So rather than looking for the highest rate, I really started focusing on rate per mile. And that's how you can make money in Power Only, is doing a lot of short loads, because that week before I went on vacation, I was getting paid every day. I was picking up Monday, delivering Tuesday, pick up Tuesday, delivering Wednesday, filing that with my factoring company and getting paid same day. And I was just piling it up, and I wasn't using a ton of fuel. Matter of fact, the week before I went on spring break was the best week I'd had in Power Only until this week. Now, part of that's why I haven't made videos, is I have absolutely been running my rear end off. But you got to be able to go anywhere. You need to fix your insurance. You have to be able to haul anything. And that brought us to the third one. Fourth one, whatever number we're on. I mentioned that I'm on my 3rd agricultural trailer. These agricultural loads are not on the load board. He found me from a load I'd hauled in the past when I was looking, and hooked me up with it. That first one, he said, hey, every Monday, I get a list of these trailers. I'll know what I have. If you're in the area, just get a hold of me, and I'll get you one. I have now 3 brokers. As a matter of fact, in the last 2 weeks of running, 50% of my loads have not come from the load board. They've come from broker relationships. The bad part is that took a year to broker and foster those relationships. You know, that first year of authority, you're going to work with TQL, CH Robinson, maybe Coyote, and what kind of trailer you got. I mean, Coyote got bought out. You know, Uber Freight, you don't have a lot of options. Now I have a lot of options. And so now I can actually start fostering, because these brokers that I work with don't work with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You know, they're not mega brokers. They were smaller, so it's easier to get personal relationships. So the point is, you want to do it, but Power Only takes a lot of time, because those relationships are what's making my profits go up. And if you can fit in with brokers, and that's, again, every time I talk to a broker, yes or no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, let's stay on the road, you know. And I get them done, and I get them done quick, and I get it done early, and I do the tracking, and you follow, and you have to be a yes man. You go in there with an ego about, I own my business, I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do it, and you start giving broker problems, they'll give you the load, but they ain't going to give you the next one. And so we have done dry vans. We did a load for United Rentals where I had to slide my 5th wheel. That's where equipment matters. I didn't have to take my mud flaps off. Done a lot of 53 foots. You know, it's just been a mix of everything. But those are kind of the lessons that I would say that I learned the most from and were the most valuable to me. You know, there were a lot of people that told me when I got my authority, I wouldn't last 6 months. We're coming up on 2 years. And when I started doing Power Only, they said, yeah, that might work for a little while, but that ain't going to work long term.
You shouldn't worry about criticism from someone that you would never ask advice from. That quote, and it hit me when I was like 38 years old, because we care so much about what people think of us and what they say about us. Most of the time it's people that we would never ask for advice from.
And I've made it long term. And it was very hard. It sucked at times. It left a lot of things. But now that I've got broker lists, I understand my travel lanes, if you take the time, you can do it. You know, it's simple, but it ain't easy. So y'all have a good one. I got some video ideas. Hopefully I can get them recorded. God bless, and let's get rolling.